Welcome back to another episode of the Discourse Duo podcast. We're going to jump right on in today to our question of the episode. This one's kind of cool. This one is warning signs that you might be getting laid off.
Okay.
Now, I will state there is a couple of these that are more of just how they got fired or
Sure.
like what they did once they found out they were being fired.
Those are great too.
I had to throw those ones in because there was a couple of them that was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we have, the top 10 that I was able to find. And we're going to start with number 1.
Let's hear it.
When they ask you randomly for a quick meeting and then walk in front of you the whole way. Now, I've had to let people go in previous lives. And that feeling you get when you're like, I don't want to have to talk to them on the way to do this. I just want to get it done, rip the Band-Aid off, and move along is so obvious you're about to get fired energy that I don't know why people even do it.
It's interesting.
I might as well just like small talk it. Like I don't like, because when people try to do that, it's like dead man walking.
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
They go first.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you still have the separation where it's to prevent talking, but you make them walk first.
Tell them where we're going to
You
be.
treat them like a real prisoner.
Yeah.
Follow the yellow line and make...
They follow where I want them to go, and then I come in. That way I can shut the door.
Wow. So you're putting yourself between them and the only exit?
I can lock it, break the key off.
HR must love you. No, but seriously, I've been like the +1 on a lot of firing.
Yeah.
And it's like the second that they're like, okay, let's do this, they treat the previous employee like a leper. They don't want to talk to them about it. Like I understand it's because they feel awkward, but it's like they're still talk to them. Like it's okay. It's still Randy.
Yeah.
You know? So
Hey, you have a moment? Can we chat real quick? And then it's a sandwich. It's other person, the person about to get fired, and then the other person, right? And
you always should have that second person. When possible, that second person should occupy the opposite sex as you are, so that you have a point of view from multiple angles for when they try to sue you for shit that didn't happen.
Or the threesome.
Just, you know what? Devil's three-way. All right, so this next one is one of those examples where like the guy just did something.
Okay.
He said, I worked at a window company and my boss told me they were laying me off. 257 windows came through that day, and I installed the lock and open mechanism on the windows backwards on all of them.
Oh, man.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The first like 12 times I read this, I'm like, so he works for Windows. What do you mean the lock and open mechanism? My brain went like, oh, so he works for Microsoft.
Wow.
Not a window pane. Like,
Gen Zer.
fuck you. Gen Z. Fuck you. We are both so millennials. I don't want to hear it.
We are millennials.
We're like 100% in the like demographical range.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Was supposed to work one day. Went to check my work's email before I went in, which I did every day, and my email was not found.
Oh. Gotta call IT. Something wrong.
Okay, so once again, in a previous life, one day I received a phone call from an assistant manager that was calling me because they heard through the grapevine that I'm really good with IT stuff and wanted to know why all of a sudden their email wasn't working. And I had already heard through the grapevine that they were not going to be long for this company. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. You're going to want to reach out to bloop, bloop, bloop. I was like, they'll be able to help you. Ask for Danny.
Yeah.
Because I was like, ooh, they messed up.
Yeah.
They messed up. Yeah, so that was funny.
That is funny.
Never happened to me on that one, though. All right, next one. They decided to have you start training another person of your duties for in case you're out. Others know what to do and how to do it.
Yeah. So I've witnessed that firsthand. Not me doing it to anyone, but I have seen that happen to people.
To me, that's swarmy, dude. When you're being utilized to train your replacement and it's unwillful,
Yeah.
it's kind of messed up.
I've seen that on some occasions. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also been told, hey, I'm doing this. And I'm like, that's really messed up, bro. You do you, man. You know your location better than I do. Whatever.
Now, I have hired an extra person, but I don't expect the person I'm replacing
there's
to
a
train
difference.
them. I don't want that person.
I have hired somebody that I knew was going to replace one of my employees. I just didn't know which one was going to fail yet. Right. But I knew that there was like 3 potential.
Yeah.
It's like, you're going to fill in somewhere.
If I'm going to let someone go, they're not going to be training the new person. There's a reason I'm letting them go.
There's a reason why they're going.
Right.
I don't want them to mess them up.
Right.
No. Yeah. You want to keep them as far away from those people as possible. Yeah. All right, next one. When your coworker had an emergency morning meeting with the CEO, and right after his meeting, your boss calls you and asks if you've had any bad news recently.
Interesting.
Parentheses after that, the whole department got let go.
Wow.
So I just want to say that particular CEO is a bitch.
Yeah.
Because if you're asking somebody, hey, have you had any bad news recently? There's 2 things. One, it's actually going to affect whether or not you let that person go that day, which is weak, empathetic, and kind of messed up.
Should be already made.
100%.
Right.
And then other option is kind of douchebaggy, because you'd be like, oh, you did? Your dog died? Well, guess what? You'll have plenty of time to mourn now that you're unemployed.
Right.
So either way, he's a jerk.
What's
the point of even asking that?
What's the barometer for like the bad news? Like, is it dog died or like family member died, grandma died? It's like, oh, grandma died.
My rent just went up.
Right. I can't fire them now.
Yeah. God, well, I guess I'm going to have 2 assistants. Like, what is he going to do?
The thing is, they had a list of names and they had to just decide.
See, that I can understand, except for the
random.
Except for the whole extra little bit of the whole department got let go.
Yeah.
Maybe they got transferred to a different department.
Never know. Sometimes that happens.
You never know. There you go.
It happens.
Next one. Your boss asked to have a quick Zoom meeting with you a week before you come back from maternity leave.
A quick, anytime, if you put the word quick
and Zoom
in Zoom, or
that
just
impersonal screen conversation, why don't we just have this over the phone?
It was over COVID.
You can't talk on the phone during COVID? Is it going to transfer through? Yeah, it's the 5G, man.
Zoom meetings.
But that's messed up when you're supposed to be coming back from maternity leave.
Just hearing the words, hey, can we just hop on a quick whatever meeting?
Immediately, I'm going to be like, is HR going to be present? Because if they're not, they need to be.
Right. Because
I'm about to legality the crap out of you.
I'm about to use the word.
All right, so this next one, in all fairness, I wrote all these out like a week or so ago, so I don't remember. But this is a thicken, and I would not have written it if it wasn't good. Okay. So this one should be a nice one.
Let's go on the journey.
I believe this is a situation where the person is giving us a story of what happened.
Okay.
I worked a shift at Smoothie King by myself on a Friday. Already, that's just like, that's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
A worker was supposed to be there, but was an hour late. Well, then you didn't work it by yourself. Anyway, moving on. The story already doesn't check out. Anyone who knows about Smoothie King knows that Fridays are the worst. There was a line of people. I was trying my best, though. There was like 4 smoothies ahead of this one customer, and she made a complaint online. A worker from another Smoothie King, parentheses, we had the same boss, cool, came there. She took me to the back and fired me. She offered me a ride since it was 30 degrees and snowing, and I said, no, I'll walk. I was one of the workers that worked my ass off while some played around and didn't do things. Okay, blah, 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 blah. And I always went behind them and did it. The one who was late was one of those people. He got to keep his job even though people complained about him.
Interesting.
So I now remember why I wrote this whole thing. Because this is a prime example of I want a secondary point of view of this story.
Sure, yeah.
Because this sounds like very...
I'm the victim.
mentality.
Sure, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of these things here paint a picture of a horrible workplace.
Right.
But...
Here's the deal. Typically, in a situation like that, let's say they're 100% in the right, it's because there's someone... The comments that happened online or whatever got to someone, and they're like, oh, this person has to go. You have to let this person go.
My thing is like, okay, they complained online. You didn't say what the complaint was.
Right.
They complained there was 4 people in front of them? Really?
Right.
I feel like they probably complained because you may have had an emotional outburst because you were screwed. Absolutely. I totally get that aspect.
Right.
But
did you put your dick in their smoothie? Like, is that what we're talking about here?
oh my gosh.
Stir it up a little bit.
There was... Did I tell you about this?
No.
Okay, so you know the where Twisty Treat is.
Yeah.
You know that like that little thing with Bobber.
Yeah.
Right? How there, I don't know if it's still there, but there was like that healthy, crunchy, munchy fruit like smoothie place near the end.
I don't think it's there.
Okay. Anyway, so when I first started doing Uber stuff, remember I did Uber Eats before I did regular Uber.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there one day to pick up some crunchy munchy crap for some people.
Okay.
Yeah. And there was this guy that was screaming and yelling at these 2 like teenage workers to the point where he looked like he belonged in a WWE ring.
That's great. Vein popping.
Yes.
Red face.
He looked a little bit
like
like Brock Lesnar, but like a 5'10" version. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And he literally took the smoothie that he had and threw it at them. Missed horribly. It was pathetic. Hit the wall. Splashed. It was purple. But I was just sitting there, and I'm like standing there, and I'm like, well, I'm going to have to cancel this order. Because I'm like,
because I see it on the wall.
no, it wasn't even that. It was like, well, I have to do something. And now this is not going to be able to make it in 15 minutes.
Right.
No, but it was the most ridiculous thing. And it was something similar to this. In fairness, though, there was two people working. And they were both young girls. Looked like they were like maybe juniors, maybe seniors in high school. And which already you're like, are you serious? One of them screaming at this guy, like, get the hell out. We're calling the cops. Like, blah, 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 blah. And then the other one was making some remarks. I didn't see the very, very beginning. I saw the beginning of him like yelling because one was on the phone and one was helping another customer. And apparently they made his shit wrong. I don't know. And he like roid raged over it.
Wow. And
it was pretty hilarious though, because she did make a couple of comments about him physically.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong.
After he started saying that they were fucking retards and that they would never have a job that was worth anything. That's why they were just here. Blah, 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 blah. You know the script.
Sure.
You know the script.
The spiel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think I ever told you that, did I?
Nah.
It just did slip my mind. Anyway, I got a couple more. But yeah, that's why I wrote that whole one. It's like, I think it's funny. I think it's interesting. I'd love to know more.
Yeah.
They call an all... I'm sorry. I copy and paste these things. So sometimes I copy and paste horrible grammar, and that's coming from me. They call an emergency all-company meeting and tell you to ignore the customers currently on hold.
Wow.
You're about to be fired.
Huh.
Because they feel that the customer getting no assistance is better
than your assistants.
Yeah. That's...
And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
This next one's just hilarious. They give you a tour of the new building and you don't have an office.
Oh, someone messed up. Somebody messed up. They didn't think they'd...
They didn't think that somebody was counting.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the last one. When you go to the office and all of your belongings are gone and somebody else has inserted a handwritten nameplate where yours used to be.
Ooh.
If that's not the quintessential, hey, bro, let's have a talk.
Yeah.
I don't know what is. Like, you're fired. Like,
you know,
all of your knickknacks are like in a box shoved over by like the fridge. Like,
here's the problem. Most companies, they're already trying to be a few steps ahead of the process. Instead of starting everything when, all right, first thing we got to do, we got to let them go, and then we'll go ahead and backfill and do this. Most companies are like, what's your backfill plan? Do you have one? So they already...
What's your process?
Right. They already set that up and get someone in place ahead of time.
I love jargon.
As opposed to just like, no, first do the thing you need to do.
Yeah, no.
Exit them, and then you could just do whatever you need.
Well,
right?
it's like also you're saying if you get rid of the cancer before you bring in the new cells, you have a better chance of those new cells developing into a healthy member of the team.
Sure.
Versus them being infected by the disease that's leaving.
Sure.
So you don't really want to mix, cross-contaminate.
Nah. You don't want the good cells and the bad cells.
No, you want to keep it nice and pure.
Jeez.
But yeah, so that was our our opening breakdown there from the question of the episode. That being said, hey, welcome. Episode number 3. Look at us.
Doing a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. We've already had some people reach out, give us some constructive criticisms, some compliments. We got some randos responding to our last week's master debate between the monk and the samurai.
Yeah.
We're going to let it go for a little bit longer before we call the winner.
Monk.
I'm losing. Give it time, man. It's we're a fourth quarter comeback kind of guy. Don't forget that samurai don't have to use the katana to fight, guys. They also know judo and karate. They can fight without weapons. Just putting it out there. Anyway.
One trick pony.
Look, man. They're bigger and stronger than them. It's a whole thing.
Listen.
But anyway, so if you could do us a favor, make sure that when you're looking at the YouTube videos that you're throwing a comment, a like, a subscribe. We're throwing out community posts through YouTube as well, checking that out to see how it works. There's actually a physical poll on there, as well as some other just like update question type things. Just any type of responses you guys can help us out with that helps with the algorithm and shows that, hey, people like this. Let's show it to more. Yay.
This guy's doing a great job. Bang up job doing all that.
He's only saying that because the camera's on.
Bang up job.
And then if you're not watching one of our videos, but just listening to the wonderful sounds of our voice coming through a podcast platform, do us a favor there. Give us a review, a subscribe, a like, a rating, whatever the terminology is for that particular platform, because rinse and repeat. It's the same thing. The more that people like it, the more they go, hey, we should let other people check this out as well.
Do it for the kids. You know?
Wow.
Do it for the kids. There are orphans out there right now.
Look, all I'm saying is the kid. I showed the kid the promo trailer.
Yeah.
Not the video, just like the audio one. And she was like, I like this. And I'm like, just so you know, it's a little bit different than last time.
Daddy's going to say the F word a little bit.
So it's going to be like you're just like talking to dad like normal. So, but yeah, so we just want to take a minute to say thanks. We really appreciate it so far, and keep it up. Yeah.
Woohoo.
But moving on from there, Christopher, I do believe you have a little bit something for us.
Yeah.
A wee bit of a little jaunt.
So kind of on the theme of the jobs, ironically enough.
Okay.
I'm always interested to hear what my neighbors do for a living.
Okay. Like
know?
your actual, like, by your house neighbors.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, because, I'm working, I have to pay for this house, whatever, and then you see people in the neighborhood or whatever, you wave, and I'm not a neighborly person, right? I'm a nod and wave kind of guy. I'm not I'm going to talk to you for a half an hour or whatever it is,
I'm I don't even like to say words. I like to grunt, and that's about it.
No. Yeah. No, I'm the same way. So basically, I have this neighbor, and great guy. He's one of those friendly guys.
The one with the little dog?
No.
Oh.
No, he's on the other side of the neighborhood, but I always see him walking around.
Okay.
And he's awesome. And, he's probably one of the nicest guys you ever could meet. He always asks for, if he can help with something, yard work, this, that, and the other. His name's Terrence, goes by Terry. But he's one of those guys that he'll ask, hey, can I come over and help you with your lawn or this or whatever? He has a lot of time during the day. I think he works at night.
Okay.
So he's got a lot of time during the day. But the only problem with him is he kind of tells these weird jokes,
Hey.
They're not, the punchline is just never there. Like you don't really laugh. He's got a family, he's got kids. Like he even tries to tell like these little jokes and stuff around them and like with them getting involved, and they just kind of roll their eyes.
Are they like dad jokes?
Yeah, you could say so. Like you can tell they're trying to be funny. Like he's put some effort into that.
But like overly corny.
Yeah, it's like that neighborly guy that's like super nice and tries to say the thing to be funny and whatnot. And then so he's same thing at like any community events, like if there's like a barbecue or whatever it is, or just like a garage sale and stuff. Like he's always like on, like the personality of the neighborhood and guy, nicest guy. He really is. He killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Found out he was a comedian by trade.
Oh, that's not good.
So.
Oh, I mean, he finally found the last punchline.
You know what? It happened.
Ah. Oh, that one stung more than the whole walking in and having the nameplate changed. Oh.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that hurt.
He didn't really get fired. He more kind of quit.
Oh.
But.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's accurate.
Kind of happened.
He did put a resignation. There may have been a 2-week notice.
No.
In the form of a note.
It was a note. Stapled to his comedy set that failed, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. Terrible, though. Terrible. That's actually what we'd call him, is Terrible Terry, because his jokes were so bad. But now I feel
good old TT.
I feel bad about that now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, on that fun note,
moment of silence.
If everybody could
just bow your head.
Moment of silence for Terrible Terry.
Anyway.
All right.
That was a fake story. I would never laugh about suicide.
Oh, yes, we would. That's funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He never goes through all the way to the joke to get to the punchline.
No.
He finally did.
He did. Got there.
But here's the real question. Who found him? Right? And if we want to, was it accidental?
I don't know. That's not fair. You can't do that. Come on.
I mean, for audio listeners, there was some gestures that you'll have to check out youtube.com/@thediscourse duo.
He had a rubber chicken in his ass.
Wow.
You know those?
Ugh. Totally random.
Yeah.
But on like both YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and TikTok in the last like week and a half, I've been seeing this trend of one person being in a room, like a living room or whatever, blindfolded with like a belt or like a whip or some sort of like towel like slapping object type thing, and the other people are trying to sneak around them with rubber chickens taped to their feet, and so they can hear the rubber chicken as they're trying to move around.
You watch these things?
I swear to God, I saw one and I was like, what the hell is this?
Kind of kinks you into.
No, dude, it was really weird. Like it was weird because like even on Facebook, like everywhere in the last like 2 or 3 days, I've seen like a different one. I'm like, is this a thing? It's kind of funny because I saw one of them that was pretty cool because they had, so like this is your foot, right? And the left foot, they had it so it was taped to like the toe area, and so the chicken comes out to here. But then on the other foot, it's taped to like the heel area, so you had to walk heel toe.
Yeah, heel toe.
It was pretty funny.
You know what I thought in my
And
mind?
they get smacked, and they're like, ah!
When you said this is your foot, my mind went, and this is your foot on chicken. You know, like this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Winona Ryder,
Yeah.
just beating the shit out of a kitchen with a freaking frying pan.
Yeah, we're old.
Here's the thing: have you recently watched one of those?
What? PSAs?
Yeah, PSA commercials from back then. They hit different now.
Do they?
Yeah. It's quasi like sexual.
What?
I swear to God. The way that she's looking at the camera when she's doing it is like she's undressing the camera.
Maybe.
As a kid, I didn't see that. I saw, this is stupid. Oh, that's a waste of like eggs.
Maybe she's just a bad actress.
That's really rude, man. Winona Ryder, she's awesome. She's at the pinnacle of every like male model party. Like that's where you're aiming to get to.
Maybe Weinstein's party.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's insulting that you didn't take my Zoolander reference.
I got you. I understand it.
Shut up, Billy Zane. All right, so we're going to move off from that. So I got a funny little thing for you. I swear to God, this one's no one dies in this one.
No one dies.
Oh, God. Didn't think I was going to have to give that disclaimer. So I have I have a Am I the Asshole for you.
Yes.
I know.
Oh.
So the title for, here's the thing about the Am I the Assholes, right? Is that sometimes the title I think gives too much. So I'm going to give it to you and then we'll go through the little thing. But let me know if in the future, if you want me just to jump in so you can get fresh.
Thanks.
Cool.
Fresh asshole.
Let me know what you like better.
Fresh asshole's always.
Am I the asshole for hosing off the neighborhood kids' chalk art from the sidewalk? So based upon that right
Is it
there,
in front of your house?
are you an asshole? Yes. Are you doing anything wrong? No. But you're an asshole. That's how I look at it just from that aspect right there.
Nah, I think there's how long?
Fair.
How long's it there?
Fair.
You know?
Let me dive on in. I have 4 neighbor kids who draw with chalk all the time on the sidewalks around the neighborhood. We live in a small cul-de-sac, and to say it's an eyesore is an understatement. I just couldn't take it anymore, so I called the police.
Oh my God.
Still think what you think?
Nah.
And according to the person I spoke with, it's technically vandalism, but no officer is going to yell at kids over sidewalk chalk. I asked if they would do something to the parents, and she said she believed it would follow the city's graffiti policy and to take pictures and submit them. So I did that. And then decided, since the police are worthless anyway, I would just take care of it myself.
Oh.
So I got my hose and just rinsed it all away. It was actually very satisfying. Well, a little bit ago, the moms came screaming at my door, and I told them to basically leave me alone. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's how it was said.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They then posted on Nextdoor where people are calling me every name in the book. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
100% yes, Karen.
Yeah.
100%. Oh my God. This is like the pinnacle of like the douchebaggiest person that lives on the the block.
Wait for it to rain.
I mean, maybe they're not Floridians. Where maybe they're in like Southern California where it's like 6 months until it rains.
And you can't use your sprinklers.
It's Southern California. There's a drought.
I know.
Always.
And you can't use your sprinklers.
I thought you were saying like, and you can't just use your sprinklers.
No,
I thought you were doing that
because they tell you not to.
Yeah, because they're using the water for the fires that are constantly burning.
Right.
Here's the thing. This is another one of those ones where it's like, can I have one of the mom's point of views, please? Because if you go from, I can't stand the eyesore of chalk on the sidewalks in my cul-de-sac to, I'm going to call the cops right away, you messed up. Because if you really can't stand it, you should have went to the parents and just had a conversation like, hey, I'm not trying to be that guy.
It's the same person that if you had a flag in your yard that wasn't an American flag, you know, because you're representing where you're from as well, that they would like lose their mind. Like that's this kind of person, you know? Not in my neighborhood.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
Like one of those.
Yeah. Oh, that hits close. Yeah. Oh, I hate that person.
It's one of those. Or if your yard sign during political season is different than the rest of the communities for one reason.
But see, this is the other reason why I feel like this person is definitely retired. Okay. First off, let's just call it like it is.
Of course.
Because first off, they're yelling at kids.
Yeah.
Just right away.
Which, you know what? That's all right. But that's okay.
In a lot of situations, I agree.
Just
it takes a village.
It's got to be your kids.
But, or at least a friendly neighborhood's kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come on. But like the whole situation with calling the cops, then technically it's vandalism. You're trying to justify your actions. So automatically you know that what you're doing is wrong. It was actually very satisfying.
No, there's something wrong with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're demented.
Right.
Yeah. And then the whole, you actually took pictures and submitted it to the graffiti policy for your city so that the parents would get fined.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to find a new place to live.
One thing I didn't hear in this is I tried to talk to the parents to say, hey, I'm sorry.
They went from 0 to 100.
Right. Exactly.
And when the parents tried to come over to them, they were she claims that they were screaming at her door. Probably were angry as they started coming up and she realized she was the one in the wrong and was probably very defensive towards them, which then escalated the problem.
Sure.
Because I'm sure she didn't walk off of her screen-ended porch.
Yeah.
Because no. She went back inside and put on her old tapes of Matlock and just enjoyed herself.
Matlock.
I loved Matlock. I like Columbo more, though.
Do you?
One more thing. Oh, you knew it. It was the house before house.
Oh, yeah.
But no, the biggest thing here is this kind of person needs to live in a 55 plus community. It's totally fine. I get it. You don't want to deal with kids anymore. You probably have grandkids that you don't love and that don't love you.
Right.
And you just want to go to where it's just other old people that just want to talk shit and wait for other people to die.
People like that are just, they're
terrible Terrys is what they are.
They
need to find their own hanging place.
Right. That's true.
That's really what it comes to.
True.
But yeah, this one was a gimme. This is like a T-ball version for our first, Am I the Asshole for the show? I already knew this bitch was the asshole.
This isn't a debate.
No, this one is not. This one is us just dog piling on this old lady.
Dog pounding her. Yeah.
You know what? What was said, and we're going to move along. But yeah, so that was our Am I the Asshole for this episode. Speaking of children, I believe you were telling me something about yours.
Oh my gosh. I wrote down a couple things.
They said the darndest thing.
Kids say the darndest things. And I don't think we could say that. I think that's probably copyright. No, I mean,
but I'm pretty sure it was copyrighted with Cosby, so I think we're okay. They're not going to bring that up.
kids did the darndest things. little Salt made them, you know.
I'm going to give you $1 if you drop this into your mommy's drink. That's
Kids,
how it went.
Use the kids. Wow.
I'll give you a pudding pop.
That's funny. No, some of these are pretty funny.
Is what it is.
Yeah, I had to move on. 'Cause you started getting weird with it. You started getting weird with it.
Hold on. The creator of Terrible Terry is going to give me a lecture.
Mine was fiction.
You kill one
people.
freaking dude in our presence, and I'm allowed to make at least one rape joke, mister. I wrote a rape joke last week.
Who did? Who read one?
Check out our TikTok, and you can find out what I'm talking about.
Terrible.
Terry.
So, honestly, this is things kids, things my kids said or did.
Okay.
So,
Question. Hold on. Before you start.
yeah.
Can we get ages for these kids so we can get some reference of maybe what they're dealing with?
My daughter's 4.
Okay.
My son is 1.
Okay, cool. Just in case.
Yeah.
Some people know, some people don't.
Okay.
And I feel like context is important for what I'm sure is about to be amusing.
So while my daughter was showering, she got sad. She started crying, tearing up, got really emotional. And she said, "Why is there a hole in my butt?" Yeah. Oh yeah.
Question? Mm-hmm. Had she never noticed there was a hole in her butt before?
Oh, she knows. But she just must have been in this very particular mood.
It's hard being a kid. I'm not even trying to be facetious on that. It is. It's very difficult.
I had to explain to her why, and the short answer wasn't good enough. So I said, "Oh, that's where you poop at. Your poop comes out, right?"
Yeah.
She's like, "No, but why?" So she but why'd me on that.
Did you go medical?
I went magic school bus. I'm like, whoop. When you eat food, it goes down and then it gets digested and it goes around and then
on the magic school bus.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. There really is that episode.
I know.
Okay.
We've watched it, her and I.
I was about to say.
Yes.
Did you have a follow-up after you watch it? What's the stupid ginger's name? Arnold?
Miss.
No. The
yeah.
the hypochondriac Jew.
I don't remember.
He's the only one that's like, "Oh no, Miss Frizzle." Oh,
Yeah. Always gotta be the drama.
Yeah,
right?
Negative Nancy over there.
I know. Yeah,
because he's talking about the fact that they're being attacked by all the different things in the lower intestines and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, at the time you're like, "Come on, dude, grow up." But then you're like, no, he's the only one that's like, "Hey, we're inside of a human.
Right.
We're going to be shit out by our teacher."
Yeah. Oh, and the funniest thing is about that, that's the only episode people freaking remember for Magic School Bus is the in your body one. That's the one that everyone
You know
flags.
the one I remember?
Space?
Nope.
I remember that one.
Fish. When they get semened.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a money shot.
That was a money shot.
Once again, he's the only one going, does anyone else want to call an agency for kids?
Why are we fish jizzed? Why?
This is supposed to be an after school program. I feel like this should not be considered extra credit.
Yeah.
I feel very much like I want to show someone on the doll where I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. So on that note,
we
literally on that note.
Oh, okay.
She gets out of the shower.
On the doll note?
Yeah. Listen up. She gets out of the shower and then she's in a goofy mood at that point because, I de-escalated situation, joking around, dry it off, whatever. And then she's not getting her clothes on, her pajamas on. She's jumped on my bed at this point with the towel, took the towel off. And then I walk back into the room and she's ass up in the air, spreading her cheeks, showing me her butthole. Yeah.
Can I interject once again?
Yeah.
So would you say that this would look similar to an Instagram model sunning their butthole with yoga poses,
Yeah,
but a child.
So and she's giggling. It's the funniest thing to her.
Okay, so she's in on the joke.
Funniest thing to her in the whole world.
Okay.
No, that's the whole point for her. Is like, I'm showing you my butthole. Like, I'm like, you're 4 years old. Like, what do you? I'm like,
it's the only time it's appropriate. It's the only time.
It's the only time, right? Right. I mean, what do I
think if she was like 17?
All right, exactly.
That's a whole
other
issue.
thing, right? Right.
Daddy, I'm stuck.
Right. But what do you do about that, right? So then I'm like, of course, I'm like, you know, she's laughing. I kind of laugh because it's fun. I'm like, I can't believe she's doing this, right?
Right.
So I moon her, you know. I just moon her. I'm like, take that.
You went hole to hole, is what you're saying.
You know what? We showed her my butt. I didn't hole to hole her. I didn't spread the cheek like she did. I just showed her my butt.
Okay.
And we were like, ha, 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 doing a funny little thing.
Some cheek.
Funny little like,
a little bit of cake. All right.
You know. But then when I try to explain like how funny it was, like to my wife, I'm started thinking, I'm like, oh, this sounds really bad. Like, how am I gonna? This isn't something you usually tell people. Like,
so here's the thing.
If this is written out,
I've been thinking this the whole time
on paper.
The whole time I've been thinking this. But I feel like this is coming across as humorous. The first time you tell it, though, to somebody who's not already kind of like, oh, this is going to be funny.
Right.
Someone who's just like, oh, what happened today?
This is how I envision it. Oh, you know how kids like to tell their teachers all the fun stuff that goes on at home? She's just like going to school and she's like, yeah, I showed my daddy my butthole and then he showed me his butt and and then we laughed and then
we had a bath
and then I slept in his bed with him. I love my daddy. Like, I'm like, oh crap.
My dad loves me.
Right. I'm like, oh crap. and then I imagine this like on a piece of paper and like I'm in handcuffs. Like, so what happened was.
Let me get this straight, sir. It's always that guy.
So you showed your private parts.
So you
to
as
your
an adult of the opposite gender decided that you should expose yourself to a child.
Right. It's like.
And that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
You know you can lie to me.
Yeah. He's like.
Right now, you're going against the word of a 4-year-old. Right. And you're losing.
You're losing. But it happened. But you had to be there.
But you had to be there, man.
To be there.
It was all about the moment. It was consensual.
It was funny. We were just joking around. Dad doing
There was no touching. There was a clear 4-foot distance.
Gap. There was a gap.
Don't say gap.
Damn it.
Don't say gap.
Mind the gap.
Do you remember, what was that, like 2012, when that was a really big thing, like the keep calm and carry on thing, and they had the Mind the Gap like website where it was just nothing but Gap photos.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the clothing store.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Oh.
Summer dresses.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a thing. Was a thing. Is it?
I mean, I'm sure it still is. It's just that you don't think. This is the first time I've thought about it since like 2013.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyhow,
right.
So is there any non-creepy naked
No, these
things?
are all creepy, but yeah.
Okay.
But these are quick.
Okay. No. Take your time. I'm enjoying this.
So at dinner, my son was stuffing peas down his diaper. Just because he's eating, he's bored. I don't know why. He's just stuffing peas down his diaper.
Okay.
He's one.
So
remember this.
Basically, what you're saying is he didn't have enough balls in his diaper.
It's cold. It's cold. That's my son, dude. That's my son. That's my flesh and blood.
Cold-blooded.
Why you think about my son's balls?
Look, man. Look, your son's thinking about the fact that he didn't have enough balls, but he felt that the green ones that were in his hand were sufficient to go in his pants.
He misery, you know?
Loves company.
Exactly.
Mini balls collectively make a happy kid. I don't know. Okay, I do have one serious follow-up question.
Yeah.
Does he like peas?
He likes peas, yeah, sure.
So it wasn't like I hate broccoli. They'll never check you.
Nah, he was just bored. He was just like, I'm done. I'm up here. I ate enough peas.
I have all these extra peas. I don't know what to do with them.
I don't know what he was thinking. He's 1 year old.
Oh, I got a pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoop. I'm going to save these for later. These are going to be crib peas.
It's just for later. Oh, that's my ball.
That'll keep it warm. Oh, that one's attached. Okay, all right.
So, of course, we're all eating dinner, and
Your sounds like a fucked up Johnny Bravo.
we're all eating dinner. My daughter, of course, it's my daughter, says, "Oh, he's feeding his penis."
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Because that's what she says. She says things like that on a regular basis.
And of course, she thought it was hilarious. Right?
She giggled her ass off
Did he then see her giggling?
and kept stuffing
then-
keys.
Continued the behavior that was getting the reaction from his sister.
Yeah.
So then she then had to repeat, "Look, it's still hungry." Ha, ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha.
And all that. Yeah. And he thought it was funny. So then he's,
So now he's just
here comes the baby carrots.
now he has peas and carrots in his diaper.
Hey,
huh?
there it is. Yeah.
That's not a euphemism. Wow.
But this next one
Okay.
takes the cake.
Okay, let me just prefix that. If anyone puts this cake inside any orifice, issues in your household.
Yeah. No. Well, there's some issues in my household.
Oh shit!
So, so I'm a proud father that my kids want to do what I do, right? And they're very, very happy to have mastered anything that I do.
Okay,
So,
I can relate to that. I understand that.
right,
100%.
and I'm proud of. Yeah, I'm very proud of them.
Right.
For that. So I like sunflower seeds, and I was eating sunflower seeds.
I actually, I kind of remember a little bit of this. This
yeah.
is funny.
So I taught my daughter and my son how to eat them. How do you crack the shell, right? And then, you spit out the seed, you spit out the shell and that kind of thing after you eat the seed. So basically, while eating sunflower seeds, my daughter said, "I don't like to spit. I like to swallow the seed." And I'm honey, thank you for that. Thank you. Let's
Here's the thing.
stop eating sunflower seeds.
I don't want to be that guy
Yeah.
who like passes the buck.
Yeah.
But I feel like these first two issues, they're a daddy issue. But this last one, I think that's a mommy issue.
You know what?
You know what? I hope she sees this because she needs to take responsibility.
She needs to take responsibility.
Some things are supposed to be taught to you by your father. Some things are supposed to be taught to you by your mother.
That's true.
And I say you can wash your hands of that one. I think you're scot-free on that last one.
Yep.
We're not going to repeat it
Nope.
because that was the only time I ever wanted to hear your daughter say that.
Yep.
And I'm good with that.
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yep. I just don't understand. Just don't.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. Like we were joking in the beginning here about the whole like the kids say the darndest thing TV show. I've seen probably collectively over the years of that show. Cause like, there was the original way back in the day and they did the remake with Cosby.
Yeah.
I've probably seen half an hour total. None of it beat that. Cause the whole he's feeding his penis. They can't say that on TV like CBS prime time.
No.
They're not showing little kid buttholes.
No.
So
It's a
winning.
regular occurrence where my kids just do these ridiculous things or say these ridiculous things. And I know why. I know 100% why. I mean, we're doing this and we are
absolutely no. Like
we are
it's,
fucked up individuals. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
And it really makes for a good time.
See, if the kid didn't have like repressed emotions because she gets it from me, then she probably would have had crazy moments like this too.
Sure.
But we didn't talk for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So we just kind of grunted and pointed to one another.
Grunted and pointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Home improvement. Yeah.
Nah, I never did that. Was it? Huh? Oh man, he did. There was a very distinct thing. I remember when. Yeah, it was more of a type thing. But it was like a combo of those two. It was like a baboon supposed to be sounding like it was like a monkey sound.
Sure.
Because it's from his stand-up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which is also funny thinking that Tim Allen used to have freaking stand-up sets.
Oh, yeah.
He was pretty freaking funny.
Tim Allen went to prison for cocaine.
I did not know that.
Like...
Recently?
No. This is years ago. This is when he was young.
Pre-Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Pre-Home Improvement?
Yes.
I did not know this.
Young. He had, I can't tell, I don't remember the amount, but like pounds.
Like dealer levels.
Yes. Yep. Went to prison for that. Yeah.
Think about if that would have happened nowadays.
Yeah.
He would have never had a career.
No.
You only have one RDJ.
Not with Disney. Not with Disney. So, yeah.
Look,
I just want to know one thing.
RDJ had not already proven himself in like 3 or 4 Marvel movies before they got acquired by Disney, I think he would have gotten kicked out.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want that kind of rep.
No, that's true.
The mouse doesn't like cocaine.
Well, who knows?
Come on, Goofy.
I just want to know one thing about Tim Allen. When he was in prison, did he have a friend in him?
All right, so I have to ask you a real question.
Okay.
Did Tim Allen actually go to prison?
Yes.
Or was that a setup just for that fucking
No.
Because either way, I respect you.
He went to prison.
Because that's a funny joke.
I just ad-libbed that last part. That was just like...
He definitely knew a Woody.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that brings us to our master debate of the week.
Yes, it does.
So this one is kind of a little bit nostalgia bait, I will say.
Sure.
And I think that I apologize if this is making a weird noise, but it was just a little too short.
You're used to that?
No, I'm not. Everything is giant sized around me. Shut up.
Except for...
Oh my God, shut up.
Except for...
I'm a cack. All right. So here's the thing. I feel like there's a nostalgic answer that you're immediately going to have, but you have to really think about it. So, is the filmography of...
Filmography, he says.
Yes. Arnold better?
Say his last name?
No.
Say his last name.
I'm doing first names only.
You can't say that name without almost sounding racist.
Exactly.
You can't.
And right now, I've been coughing tonight, and like, it's just...
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Governor or Stallone. Okay.
Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
Sly or Arnie.
Right. Now here's my quandrum. Conundrum. Sorry.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want to say his last name. I'm 100% that Stallone has better movies.
No.
100%.
Nah.
Now, I will admit defeat in certain genres.
Yeah.
Family films.
Yeah. Arnie
has better.
Arnie's got it.
But when it comes to the actual action films, Arnie has like 2 good ones.
They're just so good, though.
They are
They're
very
so
good.
Memorable.
Now,
And
I
it's
said
not
2 good.
2. What are you talking about?
Predator
Okay.
and obviously T2.
Terminator franchise, but Terminator 2 is...
Trust me, you don't want to claim that franchise.
Terminator 2, yes, I do. Terminator 2 will destroy any Rambo movie. Sorry. First Blood was great. Then the rest...
Yeah, it's weird having a franchise built off the first movie, isn't it?
Sure.
Because the first Terminator is boring.
To you, it
to
was...
anyone who's not like 97 years old,
I guess.
it's at best.
Okay.
Terminator 2, freaking amazing movie.
Yeah.
But the first one, it's not that great.
Okay.
And the first Predator, great. He's not in the other ones that I'm aware of. If he is, it's like a cameo thing, right? Okay, cool. So like, you can't blame Danny Glover screwing up the second one and stuff like that.
Sure.
And we still haven't watched Prey.
Yeah.
I really want to watch.
No. Anyway, Arnold.
What other action movie are you trying to say?
Commando's awesome.
I've never seen all of Commando. I think it was on like
Total
TBS.
Recall.
Total Recall's a good movie. Mm-hmm. It's overrated, but it's a good movie.
It's not overrated. It's just watching it when you're older for the first time
Fair.
makes it not as good.
Fair.
Yeah.
Rocky doesn't do that, though.
There are a lot of other...
You can watch Rocky for the first time now, the first one, and you're like, it's a compelling story.
Compelling story.
And it's boxing, so there's not a lot of special effects.
Aged
Fair.
not well in terms of...
Okay, if you're a freaking snowflake, then yeah, it didn't age well. But other than that, he's a little retarded. This is what it is.
It's not like cinema. Like
Okay, Scorsese.
Raging Bull or...
Never seen Raging Bull.
So, but,
I don't really care for a lot of those like critically acclaimed movies.
yeah.
I think they're overrated by snobs.
Yeah. It's a good movie, gets you in the feels, the Rocky franchise. I love the Rocky franchise.
No, I know that. I know. And like I said, I love Terminator 2.
Sure.
I will even say
True Lies.
True Lies is
That
more
movie
family
is-
film though. Which I said he's like fucking amazing at.
No, that's more of an action film.
Is it?
Yeah. Just
I would have
because
thought
his
with all
family
the
is
jokes.
in it.
No, I just would have thought with all the jokes that it was
Tom
more
Arnold.
of a basically the Tom Arnold effect. Yeah.
It was adult jokes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I guess once again, when you're an adult, when you see it, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't very risque by the time I watched it,
Yeah.
except for that one scene. It's really funny. No dance with me.
Oh yeah. That one.
I like how I did Drago's voice.
He's like this. Still, you see him in the shadow with the tape recorder.
Yeah.
Now lay down on the bed and take your clothes off slowly.
It's really creepy because it's actually pretty decent sound. Oh gosh, but yeah, I will say what did spawn this is finding out about the trailer for Expendables 4 today.
Yeah,
That was a pleasant surprise I was not aware of. But I digress. If you would like to vote in our weekly polls for the Master of Debaters, this week's will be Team Chris for Arnie. Team Michael for Stallone. The best one. Just throw it in there. Let us know what you think.
I'll give it to Stallone on the franchises because he's had more successful franchises. He's been able to stretch that out longer.
But I will give Arnie the best fucking Christmas movie ever made.
Absolutely. Jingle all the way.
100%. That beats out Die Hard. Narrow, but still beats out.
Right.
Like, it's... Plus, you have freaking Anakin Skywalker in it. Like, come on. You can't lose.
And one of the most underrated movies, in my opinion, and I will live and die by this, is The Last Action Hero.
Woo!
Yes. Sorry.
You brought that movie into my life, and I've loved you so much more ever since.
You're welcome.
Because that is such a good movie, and I never would have watched it. Mm-hmm. Because the marketing for it was atrocious.
Oh, yes.
Along that line of a movie that, from my point of view, was like but then when you watch it, you're like, this is amazing. Stallone, that's Demolition Man.
I like Demolition Man.
That's the way I look at Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah.
Is that I feel like a lot of people make fun of it. Illuminate. But to me, I'm like, dude, that is epic.
No, that movie's great. The movie's way ahead of its time.
Oh, yeah. It has Dennis Leary doing his shtick as like the underground militia leader.
Fun fact about both of those movies we just mentioned. In Demolition Man, there's an Arnold Schwarzenegger reference.
There is.
Arnold Schwarzenegger library.
And The Last Action Hero, they have...
There's a Stallone reference.
Stallone doing the Terminator
cardboard cutout. Right?
Yeah.
So they kind of give a little back and forth to
What's
each
your
other.
phone number?
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm a cop.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're just reliving movies. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to finish this episode off with some more 90s trivia.
Woo!
All right. So right now it's
right
tied.
on topic too.
It is. It really is. Right now we're tied 2-2.
Oh yeah, you're doing this
because I
thing.
got lucky as hell with that Sailor Mars question.
Oh I suck at this kind of stuff, so here we go.
All right. Pick a player to compete with you. You both have one guess. The first one, the correct answer wins. Cool. Whatever. You're just gonna, as you get it, you get it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not a prude. I'm just highly selective. These are quotes.
Oh.
I'm not clueless as if I do. I do want to do something for humanity. It's written very poorly.
This is Clueless.
Hold on. Oh, and I'm totally butt crazy in love with Josh.
Yeah.
Who am I? Not what was I in. Who am I?
Oh, I got to think of the character's name.
I will say that it does say the character's name, and then it has the actress's name in parentheses. I think that it's fair that you could give me either.
It's Reese Witherspoon.
Holy shit, that's wrong.
Oh, that's not her?
No.
Oh. All those blonde bitches look alike. I don't know.
I will let you try again. You probably got that confused with Legally Blonde.
Oh, I did. I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a do-over on that because if you don't know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is like her prime.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's definitely...
Actually, that's a lie. Nowadays, have you seen this bitch? She got into fashion. She looks good. Very good.
Well...
She's our age-ish. Just a little bit older.
Yeah, because...
She's probably already in like her early 40s since we're in our late 30s.
Yeah. It's definitely Renee Zellweger. It's
100% not taking that as a guess since that's a freaking joke.
It's not Renee Zellweger?
Are you serious?
Isn't it?
Shut the fuck up. You know it's on her. Do you know who it is or no?
It's Elle Woods.
You really don't know who this is?
No, I don't know who it is. I don't care about that movie, dude.
Yeah, but you do love Batman and Robin. And Batman.
I know her name.
Yeah,
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah.
And it's Claire something is the...
I was just messing with you. I needed to name as many... I was trying to think as many blondes.
Wow. I really should have realized that.
What?
The last name is so Jewy. Horowitz with a Z.
Funny. Yeah, I was trying to name as many like 90s blonde chicks as I could before.
I'm not giving you the point for that.
Are you kidding me? You didn't even say it before I did. I said the name.
After you failed 400 times.
I was joking with you.
Okay, if you
Sailor Moon.
If you get... I got it right, fucker. And I've never even seen that show. All right, if you can get this one right, I'll give you both points. Put these actors in order they played Batman from earliest to latest. So if you fuck this up, you don't deserve either point.
Okay.
So there's 4 names here.
Let's hear it.
Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, George Clooney. So you give me the order from oldest.
Keaton.
Correct.
Kilmer.
Correct.
Clooney and Bale.
Correct. Cool. We got 2 points. That's actually kind of funny that they put an Alicia Silverstone question on one side and then Batman stuff on the other.
What's funny is that you said Batman before probably even knowing that.
No, I didn't. I didn't even flip the card over yet.
That's what I mean.
That's what's so funny about it.
Yeah. That's hysterical.
Okay. So you got 2 points there. You're up to 4.
You're the one who showed me the that thing with her. Like you Googled her recently.
Yeah.
To show me, right?
Because I was shocked.
Right.
Because we saw her in that spoof commercial for the Super Bowl recently. They did
yeah. That's what you showed me.
And I was like, dude, you got to see this.
That's what you showed me.
Because I was just like, that's insane. I'm like, that has to be freaking touch up. And then I started seeing all these other photos and I'm like, no.
I know. Cameron Diaz, she just didn't,
Pick a damn card. Give me questions. Give me questions. I don't want to hear your shit. All right, what do you got?
No. Sorry. You're not getting another double or nothing. That's not
Excuse me. Gosh, I need like a freaking Halls or something.
All right. Oh,
Fuck.
you might have this. I don't know. Put the Hanson brothers of Mbop. I was going to spell that out. That's hysterical. Put the Hanson brothers of Mbop fame in order from youngest to oldest.
Is it multiple choice for their names? Does it list the names first?
It does.
Oh, thank God. This is going to be pure guesses, by the way.
Isaac, Taylor, and Zach.
Isaac, Taylor, and Zach. And this is from youngest to oldest?
Youngest to oldest.
I want to say the youngest one is Taylor.
Keep going.
Isaac and Zach. Isaac's got to be the oldest, so it's got to be Taylor, Zach, Isla, whatever the last one is. Isaac.
It's Zach, Taylor, Isaac.
Damn it.
So you're wrong.
Zach is the drummer?
Zach's the youngest.
That's the one that everybody thought was a chick.
Because you lost that one, you need to sing the chorus right now.
I don't know the chorus.
I'll give you a hint. Bop.
That's not happening. If we had this song playing, I would gladly sing along, but unfortunately that's not doable for copyright purposes.
That's hysterical.
Dang it, dude. I am getting my ass kicked in 90s trivia, and I'm usually pretty good at trivia. I'm screwed.
You got to get this one. At which event did Michael Jackson and then wife Lisa Marie Presley share a kiss on stage?
And just think, they said this wasn't gonna last. Is
Right.
what he says.
Yes.
But I don't remember if it was MTV Music
Hold on.
Awards or
I have the list of things here.
it gives you before you say that, I think it's either MTV Music Awards or it's a Grammys, and I know both of them are going to be on there.
MTV Movie Awards, MTV Video Music Awards,
That used to be a thing.
the Grammys, the Oscars.
Okay, it's not the Oscars.
All right.
We're just going to eliminate that one. It's going to be the Oscars. Watch.
Let's do this millionaire style. Who wants to be a millionaire star? So what do you think? So what are you thinking?
So I'm thinking that I think it might be, this is not a final answer. I'm thinking it might be the Video Music Awards, because this would have been during the time frame where he had that really, really questionable video with a lot of white and a lot of exposed bird chest that she was also in.
Well, you got to pick one.
Thank you, Regis. MTV Music Video Awards. That's what I'm going with.
And you got it.
By the way, thank God it gave multiple choice, because I forgot that was a thing.
You're welcome.
Oh my
I should just let you struggle on that one.
gosh, that's a question. Okay,
All
let's
right.
see what the audience gets really quick. Hold on. We're giving them a chance as well. Hold on, they need to enjoy our joy as well.
Enjoy the joy.
Enjoy the joy.
Taste the rainbow. Let's hear it.
I didn't watch the show.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. Which character ends up with the coveted Joey Potter at the end of the WB series Dawson's Creek?
No? Is that the... I don't want to wait for my life to be over. Yeah. I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, I saw bits and pieces because it was Charlie from the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ew, why are they doing like a horror movie type thing? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to know what's on the creek. So the episode that I saw like 5 minutes of, apparently part of the whole thing is Dawson wants to be a director. And so they would make like little short movies.
Okay.
And they were doing like a horror type thing. And I didn't like it
Okay.
because I'm a big ass wimp.
You are.
Comes to like horror stuff. And this means I was like little kid horror.
Yeah.
Little kid. I was like 14, 15. All right. So the next one is, what links these three clues together? Flutter Yum Yum, Starshine, and Firefly. You're not answering. I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
I would have had no chance in
I knew
hell with this entire card.
I knew that.
So once again, these three things are Flutter Yum Yum, Starshine, and Firefly. Put in the comments below what you think the answers are to these. All right. And we'll go ahead and we'll give the answers from the one from last week really quick. What was it? Oh, yeah. So in 1998, what was the fastest speed available for dial-up modems? It was 56K. Yeah, that was just, come on, guys. If you didn't know that, then...
I knew that.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about any of that stuff. So.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't know what a 56K modem is, then come on. Come on, bro. Come on. And then this was the spelling bee one for Lollapalooza, which is the original alternative music festival from the 90s that I had never heard of, apparently. It is spelled LOLLAPALOOZA.
You didn't like alternative in the 90s?
No.
Right.
In the 90s, I didn't start listening to anything other than oldies until 97, 98.
Yeah.
And I heard Quit Playing Games in My Heart by the Backstreet Boys. Probably still my favorite song of all time.
And he was in love ever since.
Absolutely. I love my boy bands.
Since you lost so far,
Nope.
You need to sing that.
I'm not singing
Chorus.
shit.
You're not singing anything.
Nope.
Come on.
Look, bro.
Got to hear those pipes.
If I sing anything that has copyrighted lyrics and tunes, first off, it'd probably be fine because it wouldn't be able to tell that's what it was.
No.
But second off, screw you.
Be all out of tune.
Anyway, thanks for joining us yet again for this, triumphant third episode of the Discourse Duo. We do appreciate it. Make sure that you go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening to us on any of the audio podcast platforms, make sure that you subscribe and comment and give us a 5-star rating or a 3-star, whatever the heck the top star is. We'd appreciate that greatly. Other than that,
Rate me on the app.
yeah. Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's all I got. Let us know if you think Arnie or Sly's better. That's all we got.
It's Arnie.
It's not, but that's cool.
It is.
Y'all have a great day.
Adios now.